Did you know that over 70% of Americans over 60 struggle with belly fat that just won't go away, no matter how little they eat or how much they walk? Even more shocking, this kind of stubborn belly fat is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and poor sleep. My name is Sachiko. I'm 82 years old, and I live in a quiet village near Kyoto. I still walk every morning, sleep deeply at night, and my waistline hasn't changed in 30 years. The secret? Not strict diets, not heavy workouts, but 3 simple, cheap desserts I eat before bed. These sweet treats don't just satisfy cravings, they help burn belly fat naturally while you sleep. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from? And what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments. I truly look forward to reading them. Why is it harder for Americans to lose belly fat as they age? I've heard from many American friends that no matter how healthy they try to eat or how many evening walks they take, their belly fat just won't go away. Especially after 60, it seems the body changes in ways that feel unfair. But it's not your fault. After we turn 60, our body naturally starts to slow down. The muscle we built over decades slowly fades. This is called sarcopenia, and it makes our metabolism weaker. Less muscle means fewer calories burned, even at rest. That's why, even if you eat the same way you did at 40, your body might store more fat around your belly. Another reason is hormonal changes. As we age, levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, often stay high, especially if we don't sleep well. And high cortisol tells the body to store fat right in the belly. In Japan, we believe in listening to the body. When I was young, my grandmother told me, if your belly is heavy, your heart will follow. That's why we focus on light foods at night, foods that support digestion, help us rest, and even encourage fat to melt away naturally as we sleep. You see, the secret isn't starving yourself. It's choosing the right kind of sweetness that your body can actually use to heal, not harm. Because yes, if chosen well, a small dessert at the right time can support your health rather than ruin it. That's what I want to share with you today. The 3 simple Japanese desserts that I've eaten for decades before bed. Not only do they satisfy the soul, but they've helped me maintain a flat belly into my 80s. And they cost less than a cup of coffee. If this sounds surprising to you, stay with me. And if you'd like to learn more gentle, natural ways to care for your health after 60, please subscribe to this channel. There's so much more I want to share with you. Japanese dessert culture and shokuiku philosophy. In Japan, we don't fear sweets, we respect them. When I was a little girl, I remember sitting on the tatami mat floor, watching my grandmother carefully prepare a small plate of dessert after dinner. It was never anything large or sugary, just a tiny bowl of something gentle, a spoonful of red bean, a cube of jelly made from seaweed, or a piece of steamed fruit. We never called it dessert the way Americans do. To us, it was a moment of harmony between taste, body, and rest. This way of eating has a name in Japan. It's called shokuiku, which means food education. But it's more than learning what to eat. It's about understanding how food makes us feel and when to eat it to support our health. In our culture, we believe that food is not just fuel. It is a daily medicine. And even a dessert, if chosen wisely, can help the body heal instead of harm it. That's why older Japanese people, even in their 70s and 80s, often enjoy a small dessert in the evening. But the key is balance. No cakes filled with cream. No cookies made with white sugar and processed oils. Instead, we turn to ingredients that have been part of our diet for centuries, simple, plant-based, and full of natural fiber or enzymes that actually help the body, not slow it down. One example is Kanten, a type of jelly made from seaweed. Another is azuki beans, which have a soft sweetness and support digestion. Even fermented foods like miso, yes, miso, can be used in small amounts with fruit to warm the body and calm the belly. You see, in Japan, we don't eat dessert to satisfy a craving. We eat it as part of a rhythm, something warm and small after bathing, just before settling into bed. And because of that, our blood sugar doesn't spike, our sleep is deeper, and our body has a better chance of burning fat overnight instead of storing it. And I believe this is one of the quiet reasons why many Japanese elders keep their bellies slim. Not because we do intense workouts or skip meals, but because we eat with intention even when it comes to sweets. In the next part, I'll share with you the first of 3 desserts that have stayed with me through the decades. It's light, comforting, and made from the sea. A favorite of mine, especially in the summer months, Kanten, the sea jelly that keeps you slim while you sleep. Let me tell you about my favorite dessert. It's something I've eaten for over 40 years before bed, and it has never made me gain weight. In fact, I believe it's one of the reasons my belly has stayed soft but flat into my 80s. It's called Kanten. Kanten is a clear, jelly-like dessert made from a type of red seaweed called tengusa. It has no fat, almost no calories, and is full of soluble fiber that gently cleans the gut. It doesn't taste like the sea at all. It's soft, refreshing, and can take on any flavor you give it. I usually prepare it in the morning and let it set in a small dish by the window. In the evening, after I take my warm bath, I sit quietly on my cushion, light a small lamp, and eat a few spoons with some sliced fruit or a bit of matcha powder. It's my way of telling my body, you've done enough today. Now it's time to rest. You might be wondering, how does something so simple help with belly fat? It's because Kanten is rich in natural fiber, especially a type called agar. This fiber moves slowly through your digestive system, helping you feel full without any heaviness. It also feeds the good bacteria in your gut, which play a big role in regulating fat storage, inflammation, and even your mood. More importantly, Kanten doesn't spike your blood sugar. That's very important before bedtime. When your blood sugar stays stable in the evening, your body doesn't release insulin to store fat. Instead, it can focus on healing, burning, and repairing, especially around the belly. Kanten is also soothing. It cools the body, calms the stomach, and because it's so light, it doesn't disturb sleep. In Japan, it's often given to children when they're sick, or to elders in summer when the heat makes appetite disappear. It's gentle, humble, and healing. And the best part? You can make it easily in America. You can find agar-agar powder at most Asian markets or health food stores. Just boil it in water with a little natural sweetener, maybe some stevia or honey, and let it cool in a dish. You can add fruit slices or even a few drops of vanilla. Cut it into cubes, chill it, and enjoy a small portion an hour or two before bed. I once taught my American neighbor, Martha, how to make it. She was 68 at the time and said she hadn't felt this light in years. Now, she makes a big tray every Sunday and keeps it in the fridge for the week. She calls it her belly bedtime jelly. I smiled when she said that, because that's exactly what it is. So, if you've never tried Kanten, I hope you'll give it a chance. It's not just a dessert, it's a small act of kindness for your body before you sleep. Yogurt with azuki, beans and cinnamon, a healing bedtime cream. When the weather turns cooler and the nights get longer, my body begins to crave something warm and soothing. That's when I turn to one of my most comforting desserts, a small bowl of yogurt mixed with sweet azuki beans and a sprinkle of cinnamon. This may sound unusual to you, beans in dessert, but in Japan, this is a traditional pairing, especially for the elderly. Azuki beans, small and red, have been part of our diet for centuries. They are rich in fiber, iron, and antioxidants, and they offer a soft, natural sweetness, no added sugar needed. My mother used to boil azuki beans slowly on our wood stove. The house would fill with a gentle, earthy aroma. She would mash them lightly, add just a touch of salt, and serve them warm over a spoonful of creamy yogurt. I still remember how it made me feel, safe, full, and loved. Today I prepare a simpler version, and I believe it helps me sleep better and keep my belly in balance. Let me explain why. First, plain yogurt is rich in probiotics, those friendly bacteria that live in your gut. After 60, our gut health often becomes weaker. These bacteria help restore balance, reduce bloating, and improve digestion. A healthy gut plays a big role in burning fat, especially around the belly. When you mix yogurt with azuki beans, the fiber in the beans feeds the good bacteria. This creates what scientists call a prebiotic-probiotic synergy. In simpler words, the beans feed the yogurt bacteria, and together they work to calm your gut and boost your metabolism while you sleep. Now, the final touch is cinnamon. Not just for flavor, but for function. Cinnamon helps stabilize blood sugar and reduce nighttime cravings. It also adds warmth to the belly, making this dessert ideal for fall and winter evenings. You don't need to make everything from scratch. In many Asian grocery stores or online, you can find canned, unsweetened azuki beans. Just rinse them, add a little salt if you like, and mix with plain Greek yogurt. Sprinkle cinnamon on top, and that's it. A 3-minute dessert that your body will thank you for. I shared this recipe with my niece, who lives in Tokyo. She works long hours and used to skip dinner. Now, she keeps a small jar of azuki yogurt in her fridge. She calls it her midnight hug. And that's exactly how it feels, soft, warm, and gentle. It doesn't just feed the body, it comforts the heart. So if you're someone who finds it hard to fall asleep or wakes up with a heavy belly, give this little bowl a try. It's easy, affordable, and filled with centuries of Japanese wisdom. Steamed banana with miso and black sesame. A sweet, soothing nightcap. Some nights, when my bones feel a little achy or the wind outside is sharp and cold, I reach for a dessert that feels like a warm blanket from the inside out. It's simple, healing, and deeply nourishing. A steamed banana topped with a drizzle of miso and a sprinkle of roasted black sesame. Yes, banana, miso, and sesame. 3 humble ingredients that, when brought together, create a bedtime dessert that warms the belly, calms the nerves, and gently supports fat loss while you rest. Let me tell you why. Bananas, especially when steamed, are easier to digest and richer in potassium. Potassium helps relax the muscles and regulate blood pressure. As we age, many people unknowingly become potassium deficient, which can lead to cramps, poor sleep, or even bloating. A warm banana before bed helps balance this and satisfies a sweet tooth naturally. Now, miso may seem like an unusual topping for a dessert, but in Japan, it's considered sacred. It's made from fermented soybeans, and when aged properly, it becomes a living food full of probiotics. A tiny spoonful of dark miso, thinned with warm water or mirin, adds depth and warmth to the banana. It also helps feed the gut microbiome, which, as you've heard me say, plays a key role in belly fat reduction. And then comes the finishing touch. Black sesame seeds. In Japanese tradition, black sesame is known for strengthening bones, supporting hair health, and providing healthy fats and calcium, nutrients that are especially important for people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. The seeds are toasted lightly until fragrant, then ground or sprinkled whole. This dessert is often served in rural Japanese homes in the winter. I remember my grandfather would always request it when the nights grew long. My grandmother would steam the bananas over a small clay stove, then serve them in ceramic bowls, the miso melting gently on top, the sesame seeds crackling slightly from the heat. To make this at home, it's very easy. Slice a ripe banana in half, steam it for about 5 minutes until soft. In a small bowl, mix half a teaspoon of miso with a few drops of hot water or honey. Pour it over the banana and top with toasted black sesame. If you prefer, you can mash everything together like a warm pudding. It's satisfying, earthy, and deeply comforting. And here's the magic. This dessert doesn't just help you sleep better, it helps your body recover and burn more fat overnight. It supports your muscles, calms the belly, and gives your body exactly what it needs to feel nourished, not deprived. My neighbor's grandson, who had trouble sleeping, tried this once, and now calls it Grandma's Power Banana. I laugh every time I hear that. But he's right. It's gentle, it's powerful, and it works. So tonight, if you feel like treating yourself, try this warm little dish. It's not fancy, but it may be just what your body has been waiting for. Why sweet foods at night can help burn belly fat. It may sound surprising, but in Japan, we've long believed that a small amount of the right kind of sweet food at night can actually help the body let go of unwanted fat, especially around the belly. You see, many people over 60 have been told to avoid food at night, especially anything sweet. But the truth is, it's not about the time you eat. It's about what you eat and how your body responds to it. Let me explain gently. When you eat a small, balanced dessert in the evening, something that's warm, full of fiber, and calming, it helps lower cortisol, your stress hormone. Cortisol is a tricky one. If it stays high, especially at night, it can tell your body to hold on to fat. Right around the stomach. In Japan, we see food as a way to tell the body how to feel. A soft dessert like canton or warm banana with miso sends a signal. You are safe, you can relax now. And when your body feels safe, it can sleep deeply, repair gently, and even burn fat naturally. Modern science agrees. When your blood sugar stays stable in the evening and your insulin levels stay low, your body is more likely to use stored fat for energy while you sleep. That's why all the desserts I shared with you are low glycemic. They don't spike your sugar. They help keep your body in a calm, fat-burning mode overnight. In fact, some researchers now call this the second metabolic window, the time between dinner and sleep, when the body, if relaxed and properly nourished, can shift from storing to burning. But there's another reason why dessert, done the Japanese way, can be so healing. It creates a moment of ritual. We don't rush. We don't eat standing up. We sit, breathe, and enjoy slowly. When I prepare my small dessert after my evening bath, I feel like I'm giving my body a message. You've done well today. Let's rest together. That message matters because the nervous system listens, and when it hears peace, the body lets go of tension, of cravings, and of extra weight. So no, dessert is not the enemy. When chosen with care, it becomes a small medicine, wrapped in sweetness. In the next part, I'll share what not to eat at night, and why certain healthy choices in America maybe making it harder for your body to rest, heal, and stay slim. What to avoid before bed? Common mistakes that add belly fat. Now that we've talked about what to eat at night, I want to gently share what to avoid. Because even the smallest choices, made every evening, can either help your belly slim down or quietly cause it to grow. Let's start with the most common mistake: eating refined sugar too late. Cookies, ice cream, chocolate bars, even the low-fat or sugar-free ones can cause your blood sugar to spike just before sleep. And when that happens, your body releases insulin to bring your sugar down. But insulin is also a fat storage hormone, so instead of burning fat overnight, your body stores it, especially around the belly. Another mistake is drinking caffeine too late in the day. I know many people enjoy coffee or black tea after dinner, but even if you fall asleep, the caffeine can prevent your body from reaching deep, healing sleep. And poor sleep is strongly linked to weight gain, especially for those over 60. In Japan, we switch to barley tea, warm water, or a light miso broth after 6 p.m. These drinks calm the belly, support digestion, and help the nervous system settle down. You should also avoid heavy dairy desserts like cream-based puddings, ice cream, or milkshakes. They're often high in saturated fats and sugar, which slow digestion and can make you feel bloated the next morning. And lastly, be mindful of eating too late. Many of my American friends eat dinner at 8 or 9 p.m., then go straight to bed. But the body needs time to wind down. In Japan, we eat no later than 7 p.m., and we leave space, at least 2 hours, between our last bite and bedtime. You see, it's not about being strict or punishing yourself. It's about giving your body enough peace to do what it's naturally built to do: heal, repair, and gently release what it no longer needs. If your evenings have felt heavy or restless, I invite you to notice your habits with kindness, not shame. Then slowly, lovingly, begin to change them. Creating a sweet ritual. Turning dessert into a healing habit. When I think of dessert, I don't think of indulgence. I think of ritual. A quiet, sacred pause between the day's noise and the night's rest. In Japan, we treat even the smallest moment with care. And one of the most powerful moments is that gentle time after dinner, when the lights are low and the house is quiet. This is when I begin my sweet ritual. It doesn't have to be complicated. I set out a small tray. On it, I place my dessert, maybe a cube of kanten, a bowl of yogurt with azuki, or a warm banana with miso and sesame. I turn off the bright lights. I play soft music, or sometimes just listen to the sound of the wind. I breathe slowly, and I eat with presence, one spoon at a time. This simple practice tells my body, you are safe now, you can rest. Over time, this rituals becomes more than just a habit. It becomes something your body looks forward to, something that gently shifts your nervous system from stress to peace. And when the body is at peace, it burns fat, repairs tissue, and restores balance naturally. If you live in the US, you can easily create your own version of this ritual. Keep your ingredients simple. Prepare a few portions at the beginning of the week. Set a time, perhaps 1 hour after dinner, and return to this space each evening. Make it beautiful. Make it yours. You don't need willpower. You need rhythm. And rhythm begins with one small act of care, repeated gently each day. This is how Japanese elders stay light on their feet, even in their 80s. Not with force, but with consistency, calm, and kindness. So here we are. 3 small desserts, 1 gentle routine, and a reminder that even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your body still listens. It still responds to care, and it still wants to heal. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to give up joy. You just need to begin, softly, with one spoon, one breath, one evening at a time. I hope these Japanese bedtime treats, Kantan, Azuki yogurt, and warm banana with miso bring you the same comfort and lightness they've brought me over the years. May they become part of your nights, your rhythm, and your healing. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. Your presence here helps us grow a community of peace, wisdom, and support for those entering their golden years with grace. And one final important note. The health information shared in this video is not medical advice and may not apply to everyone. If you have concerns about your health, please consult your doctor or local clinic. If you think you may be experiencing a medical emergency, call your doctor or emergency number right away. Take care, sleep well, and thank you for spending this time with me.